Meanwhile, the Paris Air Show, the world's largest aerospace industry exhibition event, takes place this week. Our Phil LeBeau joins us this morning from Paris with the CEO of engine maintenance company StandardAero. Morning, Phil.
Good morning, Carl. Russ Ford, CEO of StandardAero. I think some people are watching this right now and they say, I know a little bit about StandardAero, but I don't know a whole lot. Explain to people why that engine maintenance ecosystem, if you will, has become so robust.
Okay. Good. Thanks, Phil. StandardAero actually has been in business since the dawn of powered aviation, 114 years. So we've been through the entire development of the whole aerospace ecosystem. That ecosystem has three main pieces and has always had those three main pieces. The first are the OEMs, the original equipment manufacturers that design and develop new engines or new airplanes. On the other end of the spectrum, you have the operators, typically airlines in the commercial world. And then the bridge in between that are the companies that provide maintenance for the engines or the aircraft, and that's what StandardAero does.
And part of your success and why your stock reflects the success over the last year relative to the rest of the market, you're somewhat insulated. The planes may not have as many passengers, they may not make as many flights, but the cycles are generally there, and they do need to do that engine maintenance, right?
That is correct. There are several elements that impact the volatility of different pieces of the market. And if you think about the aerospace, entire aerospace ecosystem, on the front end of the business, you have airlines that interface with the direct flying public. And every day, people make choices about buying a ticket or canceling a ticket or changing flights. So you have a lot of volatility, and airlines are structured and designed to be able to handle that. But regardless of whether the airplane is 90% full or 70% full, if the flight happens, the maintenance on the engine is required because the engine is based upon cycles of operation, not the number of passengers.
A big part of your business is component remanufacturing or servicing a component. Instead of going out and buying a new one, you guys will say to the people, look, we'll make it up to standards, and it'll cost you a lot less. Has it been tougher with the supply chain the way it's been the last couple of years, or is that something that you've been able to say, we can work around that?
Yeah, that's been a purposeful investment on StandardAero's part, is recognizing that the pandemic brought some additional strain on the supply chain. So what we decided to do was not sit on our hands and do nothing. We decided to provide a detour around some of the log jams. And that detour was to invest and grow our component repair business so that we can take components that can be returned to factory specifications and then returned to engine use a lot faster than in a constrained environment.
Real quick, because you have a peek into the business of your customers, the airlines, how do you feel about what we're seeing, at least domestically in the U.S. over the next year? How do you think things will progress?
Yeah. Well, look, the long-term forecast is that passenger flight is continuing to grow, and as it has for the last 40 years. And it is outpacing the growth of the ability to provide new airplanes. So what that means is we need all of the airplanes we have today plus new ones to satisfy the growth in passenger flight demand. And as a result of that, you're going to see airplanes and engines flying a little bit longer than they had planned. And they're going to need more maintenance. And so having the ability to continue to repair engines, keep them in service longer, that is integral to being able to satisfy the flying demand for the public.